guys, let's get right into it. So Tanya and Sinjin. Tanya is taking Sinjin to go meet with the rest of her family. Like, so far he's only met her girlfriends who come before him and her mama. So now he's meeting the whole family since this is what he's marrying into. The family seemed very receptive and Sinjin seemed very excited to meet them. So it seemed to have went really well. Can we just talk about Tanya's grandmother, Mercedes? She was so adorable. She was just an adorable spitfire. I loved everything that she said. She's just like, listen, we're going to welcome him in, but I'm going to watch him like every grandmother would. In any family, the grandmother, that's the one to watch because, baby, she is watching you. You want to get in good with the mom, but let me tell you something. Get in good with the grandmother, you straight. You straight. So she was just like, I'll accept him in, but I'm watching him. And if he don't do right, he's out. Because I'm on him. She was so cute. She was so cute. And she reminded me a bit of my grandmother. She just had this matriarch energy, like this fiery matriarch energy that I love. But it was like, but she was still very soft and warm and kind and motherly. I love Mercedes. I want her to be my grandma. She's my new grandma. I'm adopting her. Mercedes is my, I have adopted so many people from the show. Daniel is my son, okay? Daniel from 90 Day Fiancé the other way. Daniel from South Africa is my son. I just adopted somebody. It wasn't Bryson. No shade. I can't handle Bryson. Whose baby? I adopted somebody's baby. Lord, I'm being a terrible mom. I forgot my child. And a son, the youngest, that's my boy. I got two sons now. And now I just got me a Latina grandmother and Mercedes. Tanya shows up. Listen, this show is shot documentary style, so it's like real raw and gritty. But Tanya, you knew you was gonna be on camera, and you're taking your man to meet your family, and you're in front of your man. Like, not saying that you got to get all glitz and glam for your man, but I'm like, you just threw a clip in the hair, and you put on this shirt and tight set that you have been wearing since the first episode, guys. We have seen Tanya in this pink shirt and these tights from episode 1 until now. Mother hasn't changed. How long has it been? So anyway, Tanya sits down with her family and they're meeting Sinjin or whatever. And then she says, yeah, I got to go to Costa Rica for 30 days. She has 81 days to marry this man and she's leaving him for 30 of those days. Girl, what? Girl, what? Actually, that's what Grandma Mercedes said. She was like, what? You're going to leave him here on your mother who don't even want you to be at her home? So now she got to deal with Sinjin? Oh my God. Poor Sinjin. He was handling this like a champ. Tanya, I hope you're not going to be the problem in this relationship because so far, I don't see anything wrong in Sinjin. Yes, he's laid back and it don't seem like, but we haven't heard him say it yet, but it don't seem like he wants to work. But he hasn't said that. Like, Tanya has been the only one who said that he was like a slacker or whatever. We haven't really seen it yet. So my view of him is very positive. But of Tanya, I have some concerns because you're not thinking properly. She's just like, oh yeah, the first time I had the opportunity to do this Costa Rica trip to study medicine or whatever, something happened and I couldn't do it. We don't know what happened. You know what I mean? The way Tanya is, I'm thinking she just, got lackadaisical with it and didn't go through with it. And then she's like, the second time it came around, I didn't have the money for it because I put all my money into getting Sinjin over here. Now that I have this opportunity again, I want to take it. I don't want to put it off anymore because if I get like this degree or whatever, this herbal medicine degree, because they want to do like a herbal, whatever they want to do. They want to do something real granola like this couple is. They want to start some kind of business that this degree will help catapult them to a very comfortable financial status. I get that, totally understand it. You still should not be leaving this man for 30 days. You probably could have worked out a travel visa, something like that to have him go to Costa Rica with you. Or why didn't you tell him to meet you in Costa Rica? Like, I would have done that. Meet me in Costa Rica while I'm going through this program and then we can work on getting you from Costa Rica to America. Like, I just feel like it'll be easy. It would have been easier for him to get from South Africa to Costa Rica and then Costa Rica to America. It just seems like that would have been a much easier process for the both of them because they would not have missed 30 days. You would not have put your new fiance on your mother and make that her responsibility to take care of him because he can't work. So the mother has to physically take care of this man. You know what I mean? Like, she has to provide for a way for him to eat and to get around. Well, no, he can use Tanya's car if that is her car, but still, she has to take care of him. And that's not fair. A human being with a heart will feel bad and feel responsible and want to be like, hey, I'm going to the mall. Do you want to go? You've never been to the mall. Or I'm going here. Do you want to go there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would feel like I can't leave this man just sitting in the shack all day. Hey, do you want to come over here? You know what? I don't want to say it, but this is how, you know, this is how them Jerry Springer, you know, relationships start. You know what I mean? Like my grandmother, my grandmother's a mess. I wish y'all could have met her. She is a mess. She always said, never, can I say this before my video gets? I'm gonna say as much as I can, but she said, never leave your man around a wet pussy. I heard that as a child. I didn't know what it meant. And I got to be an adult and I was like, what were you telling me as a child? Anyway, I'm like, Tanya, I ain't saying that your mother go and jump on Sinjin, but I'm just saying, you know, you leaving your man with another woman, let's be real, for 30 days. For 30 days. And your mother, you know, she caked up. She still got body. Sis. Girl. You could tell Jerry Springer raised me, because when I heard that she was leaving him for 30 days, that's exactly where my mind went. Pray for me. Pray for me, but still, I ain't leaving my man in the care of another woman for 30 days, even if it's my mama. You know, I said that to my mom one time. I was just like, if I come over your house and I'm with my man, we leaving together, because I ain't leaving him in here with you. She was like, excuse me. Excuse, I'm a Christian woman. I am your mother. If I go, he go, period. Speaking of my mom, she would never let this fly. I could never tell my mom, I could never tell my mom, hey, the dude that I brought over here from another country to get married to, I gotta leave him on you for 30 days. My mom would be like, well, he gotta go back because I'm not watching him for 30 days. Shout out to Tanya's mom. She has really taken on a lot of responsibility for her daughter's relationship. You know what I mean? She's providing housing for the both of them. Now she's taking care of this dude for 30 days till her daughter come back. Shout out to her mother, because it wouldn't have been my mama or me. Hell no. Emily and Sasha, let's talk about it. Emily had her baby in the ghetto. The ghetto. When they left that hospital, I was like, where y'all at? Girl, hurry up and run to the car with that baby before you get robbed on the way to the car. Like, where do you have me? I don't ever want no penis that Sasha is slinging. Any dude that got penis like that, I don't want it. Stay far away from me. This man has this girl all discombobulated over him. Yes, he got muscles, but he looked like the Russian version of Bert. With his hair, he got the Bert haircut. I've never seen a human being with a haircut. Sasha is the first human being that I have seen with the Bert haircut that just like, it's kind of a mohawk, but it's smashed down. And it's like a real hairstyle for him. Like, he dead serious with this hairstyle. Anyway, yeah, stay away from Sasha's penis. Is he in the United States of America yet? Child. The woman in that neighborhood, I know y'all stressed. That boy banged common sense out of her head. Emily is gone. Also, this is the first time that we get to see their son. What's the baby name? Little Sasha. Little baby Stewie, because that baby is big. Let me stop. I ain't talking about nobody's children. That baby is beautiful, but he is really big. I don't have children, so I don't know if maybe this is normal, but for this baby to be 5 months old, he's like the size of a toddler. He is really big. What the hell they putting in the Similac over there in Russia? Because I was just like, wait, he was just born? He is look, baby Sasha is big for 5 months. He is really, really big. Adorable though, those cheeks. Oh, babies have the best cheeks. He is just, he has the most adorable cheeks. But I'm telling you, every time we see him in the scene, he's like a foot taller. I was like, Emily, how can you pick him up? You know what? I bet you somebody right now from the NBA is looking at this kid. I would. You bring Sasha and little Sasha to the city of Philadelphia and you get that baby training with the Philadelphia Sixers, because we need somebody like that on the team. That child is going to be 6 feet by the 6th grade. I'd be damned if I have to sit with my husband and train him to take care of our child while I'm gone. So Emily So Emily is basically putting Sasha through a training course on how he has to care for their child while he's gone, while she's gone, because he can't work, she has to work. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Isn't this his like second time? This is his third time around. Like what? Right? Yes, this is his third time around. He should know how to care for a kid, but Emily was just like, Sasha was never home with the children. He was always out working and providing for the family. What? So he don't know how to take care of a baby? Because Emily walked into the living room and Sasha was on his iPad and the baby was in like the little baby chair playing with the toys that hang down from the baby chair, and Emily had a problem with that. Emily, don't be a nag. Like, you're already getting scammed. Just leave it alone, girl. You know, you got enough going on already. Don't give this man any material to use against you when he's just like, well, this is why I'm leaving you. Because it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, he's already preparing his exit. Now you're helping him by nagging him. I didn't think that there was anything wrong with Sasha sitting down on the iPad while his son plays in his car seat or whatever he was playing in, which he was already growing out of. Emily, is this normal? Guys, I keep on looking at this baby. Every scene. Like, they were giving us the rundown because I guess Sasha didn't do what he needed to do to get their son his passport. So she wanted to leave Russia right away because she had this damn baby and she wanted to get home to her family. Now she's starting to realize that she has made a huge mistake by getting pregnant with this dude that had already done this to what, two or three women before him, and she's in a foreign country. Now she want a mama. Now she want to be around her family after the kid is already here. Ladies, you got to make this decision before you get pregnant. Like, so anyway, she's trying to hurry up and get to the United States, but Sasha didn't do what he needed to do with the kid's passport, so they had to wait like 5 months. Every time we get a shot of the baby, month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, I'm just like, wow, he has these long legs, long, this baby is big. He has to be in sports. There's nothing else that he could possibly do. Listen, the sky's the limit for anybody. But we got to talk real here, and we got to talk money. That baby is a cash cow for either football or basketball. Start in basketball. If he gets stocky, if he start getting stocky, put him in football. Now keep him in baseball. That's the richest one. Start him off in baseball. Then if y'all got the coin, maybe tennis. If you don't got the coin, not tennis, the NBA. These two. Baseball, the NBA. He going, listen, Emily, when it don't work out when you and Sasha, focus on that baby, because that baby's going to make you a billionaire. Trust and believe it. Trust and believe it. The NBA, the league is looking at your child right now. Stay woke. And get him an agent. Get him an agent. So we get to Robert and Annie, who are, shocker, fighting. That's all they do. They fight like they have been married 60 years. The way this couple argues, and they've only known each other for a few days, it's like, you should not be here so early. So anyway, Robert decides to take Annie. They both go to like a boxing class because he realizes that they have a lot of tension and they just he wants to get it out physically so that they don't get into an argument and scream at each other or whatever. So they get to the boxing ring and we meet Miguel, the boxing instructor. Listen. I don't know what the hell happened in Robert and Annie's scene because I was all about that fine Miguel. Not only was he fine, right? He had the voice to go with the fineness. I was like, oh, you a problem. You a problem in Florida, wherever they at. You a problem, Miguel. You are definitely a problem. So anyway, Miguel and Annie start speaking to each other in Spanish. Can we also talk about when he started speaking in Spanish? I was like, yes! How did Annie keep a straight face? I couldn't. I would be batting my eyes at him, you know, just like just looking all crazy, all kinds of crazy. When I am in front of somebody I'm attracted to, it's the most embarrassing thing ever. I'm literally screaming at myself to get it together, but I can't. I cannot, my body, like I don't have any control over my body when I'm in front of somebody I'm attracted to. So anyway, Robert and Annie and Miguel start talking to each other in Spanish. I've already talked about how his voice sounds, but I'm hearing it again. And Robert is just like, I'm not comfortable with Annie and Miguel talking about me in Spanish because y'all don't know what they saying. Listen, let me tell you something. Annie is talking to Miguel in her native tongue. It ain't about you. It ain't about you. I'd be damned if I'm next to Miguel and I'm talking about this little man in the ponytail who got a bad attitude and drives a Lyft. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. What Annie was saying to Miguel was, listen, we wrap filming this show at 7 p.m. You can meet me back here at 9 p.m. and I will stay the night. I would have. Mike and Natalie. I told you guys I like this couple. I'm afraid for this couple. I don't know if they're going to make it. I hope they do. I think because they're both getting older and they want to make this work, they are both saying what the other wants to hear and not really saying what they want. Because Mike and Natalie will have a conversation on camera and then get in the confessional and say something totally different but honest. And it's just like, why are you telling us? Tell your partner. So Mike and Natalie, they both want children, right? Mike wants to wait. His waiting time keeps on, going from like a couple months to a year to like a few years. And Natalie is like, I'm 35. I want a baby today. She's also saying, my mom is getting up there. I want her to be a part of my child's life for as long as she can. She basically just wants her mother to have some influence in her child's life and just to have that time with the both of them together on this earth. Honestly, understand it. I'm going through that right now. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm getting older. My mom's thank God, my mom had me young. So she's not that old, but it's still just like, she's starting to ask. So I totally understand where Natalie is coming from. But when Mike tells her that they should wait, she's like, okay. No, girl, you don't want that. Tell him, no, I don't want to wait. Because she'll say, oh, he wants to wait. Okay. All right, we'll wait a while. And then she'll come back and she'll say she wants the child now. So there's some confusion because she's telling Mike one thing and they come in the confessional and saying another and then going back and forth with him in her scenes about what she really wants. Because we all knew from jump that she wanted a baby. She divorced her husband because they were not having kids. Like, he was wasting her time and she just kept on saying we were traveling. We had a really good time. They were in love, but they weren't having a child. And that's what she wanted. So she literally divorced this man because at the point where they were in their relationship, they did not have a child. So this is something really serious for Natalie because she doesn't say anything negative about her ex. The only negative was that they didn't have a child yet. That was the only negative. So I'm thinking, if you would have had a child with this man, you'd still be together because that's something that she really wanted. Mike keeps on telling her to wait a few years, and Natalie is like, I'm 35. How many years you want from me? How many years can I give you? I'm 35, not 30. So what you want? You want 6 years? Because that's a lot. That's a lot. And her chances are getting, physically, she just is very nervous about it. You know what I mean? Not saying that a woman can't have children later in life. Can we just talk about that? The women in my family, because my generation and the generation before me in my family, the women, in that generation too, the women have always been about career and college. Like, I come from a college career family, mainly career and technical schools. But my generation has just been real college and career. But the women in my family have always had children later in life. It was really frowned upon to have children young. You know what I mean? My mom went through it having me at 22. You know what I mean? So it was a problem. So now that I'm hearing all this stuff about you have to hurry up and have kids, I never had that urgency because college and career was always pushed to, me and my family. So now I'm just like, were they telling me something false? But all of the women in my family have had children after 35. You know what I mean? After 35, 30s, late 20s, You know what I mean? And if they've had them earlier, it's been like, oops. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't the plan. I was trying to get pregnant at 31, not 21. So this is all very new for me. Very, very new for me. Having said that, I get where she's coming from, right? Now we got to talk about her man who is not telling her the truth, not telling her why he wants to wait. Like he's saying, oh, we just got to, we got to save up. I'm trying to get you here to America first, which makes sense, right? I'm trying to hold this off because we need to work on your visa first. But Natalie is just like, I don't want to put having a child to the side because of the visa. We know that we're going to be together. We are going to make it work. Let's start now. On paper, it doesn't make sense. But if you know what an anchor baby is, you know it makes total sense. So they're not trying to say it on TV, or maybe they did discuss it and it was edited out. But basically, Natalie is just like, let's get me pregnant. It'll make the visa process a lot faster for me because I'm carrying an American's child. So that's the conversation that I think they're having, but it's getting edited out because this show probably doesn't want to promote having anchor babies because that's going to be, a national problem for, this show. So they don't want to do that. So I think that's what Natalie is saying. She's just like, no, I can get pregnant now. And she keeps on trying to put it on her age. But everybody knows, if you know, the immigration process, that if you have a baby, it's a lot easier, or the process is a lot quicker for you to get to wherever you need to get to because you're carrying a citizen of wherever that nation, that country is, child. So it's a lot easier for you to get over there because they don't want to, nations don't want to separate families unless there's a lot of money behind it. Okay? Everything comes down to money in this world. But Mike keeps on saying, I want to wait. No. Let's get you here to the United States. It's not because of the whole visa thing. That's my opinion. I think he just wants to buy himself time to get the debt and everything together. He wants to string her along for as long as he can. Not saying that he's doing it with ill intentions. He wants Natalie. He wants to be with Natalie. He wants to marry Natalie. He wants to have children with Natalie. But the brother's in debt and he don't want to tell her. So he'll keep on stringing her along and say, oh, the visa thing, it's this and that, but never saying, I can't do it right now because I'm in debt. And I think he's not saying that because he doesn't want to lose her, because he does love her. This is going to be so bad when it all falls down, because eventually somebody from production is going to tell Natalie, like, they have to make a show. She's going to find out if she hasn't found out already. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if she doesn't find out on the show, she's going to find out after the show, and it's going to be the talk of the town at the reunion. So it's unfortunate because I like this couple. I really, really do. But you cannot lie about your financial situation and think that the relationship is going to remain on solid rock. When you are the man, the provider, and you're lying about your financial situation, that's just sinking sand for any relationship. So, Mike, I hope you get some money. Do you have any animals? What kind of farm is it? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? Anna and Moose. Anna, I can't. At this point, I'm the only person rooting for this couple. And you guys are making it very hard. Because Anna has Moose outside in her front yard making a honeycomb altar, which is really adorable. I thought it was so cute. And he ran in all excited and, wanted her to come see it. And she goes outside and immediately pulls out the phone so they can start talking about the honeycomb. And then they start talking about their relationship. And I'm just like, sex can't keep this relationship. Get Duolingo, get an interpreter, right? Can't you hire somebody to teach you? What is that called? A language teacher, right? Somebody to teach you, Turkish or whatever the language is that Moose speaks, and somebody to teach Moose English. You guys have to do it right now. It has to happen right away. If you can't afford it, get the Duolingo app. It's really helpful. I have it. I haven't been, that good with it, and it cusses me out. I did not know that if you miss 2 or 3 sessions with Duolingo, they write you crying. The app. The app sent me an email, and the app, it's like an owl, and it was just and then the text, it was just I'm very sad you haven't completed your Duolingo lesson for the day. And I was like, oh, this is getting a little creepy. But listen, I'm not dating a man that speaks Spanish. But now come to think about it, maybe I'm learning Spanish so I can be able to communicate with Miguel. It always leads back to him. Anyway, Anna brings up her kids again, and she's talking to Moose about his parents not knowing about her kids, and she wants them to know. And Moose writes back to her, responds back to her, that her kids are spoiled. What? How do you know her kids are spoiled and you don't even know how to communicate with them? You've been here 3 days and you think her children are spoiled? I can't stand the step parent that does the most. You need to be a step parent like Juliana and do absolutely nothing. You can't talk to them boys. They do not know you. You have come into their home. You got to show them respect and earn their respect and trust before you start doing that. They spoil and they need manners and they need discipline. Excuse me, Moose? Is this what you guys have been seeing the whole time? And I just overlooked it because he's a 57-year-old beekeeper, because ain't no way. Ain't no way that man is 38. Absolutely not. What the hell is going on in the beekeeper community? Anna is just like, no, I'm not talking about the kids. And he keeps on trying to talk about her children. She's just like, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about us. Do your parents know that I have children? Girl, why are you having this conversation with this man when you're asking him to build a honeycomb altar for your wedding? Shouldn't you have had this conversation before you got here? This don't make no sense. And listen, Gnome Couple, you're starting to fall out of grace with me. Not a good look. Not a good look. Michael and Juliana. So Michael tells his kids that he's going to take Juliana out for a spin. Did y'all catch that? I was just like, Michael, she's just soon to be wife, not a new car. But that's how he think of her. See? Juliana, get your money and bounce. So anyway, Michael takes his child bride out for a spin and they end up furniture shopping. So they are looking for some things, and let me just say this, right? Juliana could not be a gold digger. Who cares? You take her to a place with very expensive furniture and decor and then tell her, oh, you're picking out all the expensive things. Nothing in that place was less than $1,000. Not even a lamp. Guys, that furniture store, first of all, they had a mirror in that furniture store that I have been stalking for about 6 or 7 years now. That mirror is damn near $10,000, but I'm going to get it. Anyway, just the furniture alone, very expensive furniture. Juliana was not picking out the most expensive things. She is a kid. She was picking out what she thought was cute and cool. So to berate her and be like, oh, you're just going for the really expensive stuff, we need to go cheaper, then take me to IKEA. Why you got me here at this custom place? While they're shopping, Juliana sees this sponge plant in like a cylinder, like a glass cylinder, and she ducks down and she looks at it and she's just like, oh, sea sponge. I know what a sea sponge is because I watch SpongeBob. Juliana's putting this on. Juliana is playing the game. There ain't no way that she acts like this, guys. I don't believe it for 1 second. You want some ship in Croatia dancing in your panties and you acting like, I'm sorry, listen, I don't know. Listen, I ain't hating the game, sis. I ain't hating the game, but you laying it on a little too thick. Pull back some, because, you know, you got the little ponytails and you, oh, sea sponge. I know what a sea sponge is because I watch SpongeBob. I'm a little girl. When you do that, it creeps me out even more. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you know what? I was already uncomfortable with this relationship, but that SpongeBob reference, I was just like, you know what? I'm beyond uncomfortable. 911. Better yet, CPS. CPS, Child Protection Services, because baby, this relationship, uncomfortable. So Michael brings Juliana to this very expensive furniture store, berates her for picking some of the most expensive furniture, and then starts to talk about why did she buy a car when she was in Brazil. You gave a 20-year-old, Michael, you gave a 20-year-old your credit card that probably didn't have a limit. What do you think was going to happen? You can't give a 30-year-old a credit card with no limit. You know what? Let a man give me his credit card with no limit. You know what? If I like him, I'm going to be smart. You know what I mean? Because I want the relationship to last. I'm going to make sensible purchases. But if I'm scamming, yes, I'm getting my cousin a car so she can drive Lyft in Brazil. Because that's exactly what happened. She brought a car for a family member so they can be a Lyft or an Uber driver in Brazil. Get your coin. Get your coin. She is scamming for the whole family. I love Juliana because she's just like, I'm not scamming for myself. I'm going to make sure we all can eat. Also, I'm not saying that she doesn't come from humble beginnings. You know what I mean? I think she does have a harder life in Brazil. I just think she's laying on the naivete and the, we didn't have water where I am from. Sometimes I had to steal sugar from the neighbors. Secure the bag, Juliana. Secure the bag. Blake and Iggy, no. Can I tell you, I had to keep on doing this because I kept on saying Iggy, and I was like, this time I'm going to say Jasmine. Blake and Jasmine. So Blake lived with his mama, his black mama from Inglewood. Great casting. Great casting. So Blake thinks that he's going to bring this grown, let's be real, white woman to his middle-aged senior mama's home, probably Christian home, and shack up with her in his childhood room. Blake, as a fellow black kid, I'm watching this like, dude, you know it's not gonna work, right? I'm watching this whole thing play out, and I'm just like, how do you not know the conversation that's about to come? Like, how do you not know this? There is no way, there is no black parent on the face of this earth who will allow you at your big age to bring your girlfriend to their home to live, and you're not paying nothing. Even if she say it's cool for a few days, she gonna make it hell for you because she don't want that situation. And then you bring in this white girl from Finland, bruh. You think I could bring a broke white man home to my mom and be like, we living here, he don't got no money, I'm barely making money, you just gotta deal with it. Girl, she putting us both out expeditiously. I can't even do it with a black one. Let me tell you something. Black moms don't play. As I look at Blake a bit more, I'm like, there is somebody that he looks like. And I could never like put it together, but then it hit me. Blake looks like Ruby Rod from The Fifth Element, the Chris Tucker character. Ruby Rod and Iggy Azalea, child. Iggy Azalea's mama, because Jasmine's surgery, I think you went a little too far. Like, something, you and your sister. I feel like had they stopped like 10 surgeries, maybe 7 surgeries before they got here, they would look sickening. They would look sickening. I think they just went too far. And they're so young at this point. That's one thing people don't realize. Plastic surgery don't age. Like, that don't age. That don't age. So everything around you is going to age. But all that foreign stuff in your face, that's not going to go nowhere. You're going to look crazy. You're going to look like the Crypt Keeper at 32. The only person who probably will have great surgery is Kylie Jenner. Because she's a billionaire or on her way to being a billionaire. So she has the money to keep that surgery up. Because a lot of people do it later in life and it's too late. The skin already, is changing already. She did it very young so she can keep up with the procedures. It's definitely going to age her. It is what it is. But I think she's going to be the only surgery success story. Unfortunately for that, I think it's going to make a lot of very young people start at the age that she started, messing with her body. So listen, not my monkeys and not my circus. Ruby Rod sets up a pool party for his girlfriend, Iggy Azalea's mama, Jasmine, to meet his friends. I'm with Jasmine. She's just like, I just got here. I've never met your friends and I'm meeting like 10 of them today. She felt very uncomfortable. Granted, she's not attracted to him. She don't want him. She's scamming to be in America with her sister. That aside, this is still wrong. It's too much to throw on her right away. She was just like, I would much rather meet them one-on-one. I'm the same way. Please don't throw me into the lion's den with all of your friends. They're asking me questions from here, questions from there. Then you gotta like say it a certain way because you don't want this person to read it a certain way. Then you feeling weird and uncomfortable. They think you're mean. It just can, it's just a recipe for disaster in my opinion. And I just personally, I wouldn't want that either. So I agree with Jasmine in that. She was just like, it's just too much. Like, I'm just getting here and now I gotta meet all of your friends, basically meeting these people for their approval. And she was just like, I'm with him, not his friends. Sis, I wish that were true. I wish that was true. Whenever you get with anybody, you gotta adapt to their community and they have to do the same for you. You know what I mean? He's bringing you into his world. So you have to make sure you fit. And he has to do the same in your world. That's just how it is. You know, I would love for it to just be me and my man and we don't gotta worry about nobody else. That's not reality. It's not reality. I will say this though, the friends weren't rude. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of them, but they weren't rude. I felt like they were being very pleasant, but Jasmine just didn't feel comfortable because they could see the scam. You know what I mean? We all could see the scam. So she just didn't feel very comfortable. So, you know, she decided to leave and go to bed. And then they had a dinner later that night. And so Blake is trying to talk to her about, you know, her exiting really early because it does make him look ridiculous. You know what I mean? The friends already think something is up with this woman coming here from another country and they're doing a whole 90-day fiance thing. They don't know a lot about her. So they're sizing her up and they already think that she has ill intentions. And then she fakes like she's sick and she leaves. So Blake is like, I want to talk about that. Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, you know, are you not comfortable? Is it something I'm doing? Like, he's just really trying to please her. And then Jasmine says to this grown man on national TV, could you be quiet? I don't talk when I eat. I just like to eat my food and then I talk after. And you know what he did? Blake shut up. He shut up and was sitting there looking like a dummy on national TV. Do you just want a white woman this bad? That's what it is. It can't be that she is some special girl. Blake just really wants a white woman at any cost. You gotta get some therapy, Blake. Get some therapy and fall in love with a woman that's for you. It just seems like you are just singling out this woman for her aesthetic. You know what I mean? She's this blonde woman with blonde hair from a foreign country. A lot of times men just want women to look a certain way or to have a certain skin color, a certain hair type, a certain body type, a certain voice. It's all in some sick way to feed their ego. You know what I mean? Because sometimes with, I'll just use black men as an example. And it happens with white men as well, but with black men, when they go for a white woman, if listen, I have interracial relationships in my family, so I'm not saying that this is all those kind of relationships, but there's a certain type of black man that looks for a non-black woman, specifically a white woman. And it could be any white woman, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't have to look a certain way. She doesn't have to have all these things. She just has to be white. And for them, it's a feeling of, I've attained some form of supremacy. You know, and a lot of times it goes back to the men, because it's just like when white guys see me with this white woman, they're going to go crazy. They're going to get mad. Yeah, I got one of your women. Like, you know, there's a guys like that. And, you know, white guys do it too. Asian men, like, it's just that certain kind of guy. It's not a cultural thing. It's just this certain type of guy that feels small and has to have something. And he normally reaches for superficial things to make him feel tall. I don't know if that's what's going on with Blake, but there has to be something that is keeping him here with Jasmine. No shade to Jasmine. She doesn't really have a personality. You know what I mean? And they don't seem to be intimate. Like, she barely kisses him. And even when she does, it's like a peck. So I'm like, have y'all had sex? What is going on? Because I can't see him wanting to be with her for anything other than her aesthetic. That's what I'm getting. What are you guys getting? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. And if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you in the next video for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Love you guys. Bye.